You know that feeling, right? When you are absolutely, positively sure about something, some little fact from your past, only to find out that, well, you're just wrong. It's such a weird, unsettling feeling. It's like you found a glitch in the code of your own reality. So today, let's dive right into that. Okay, let's start with a little test. Take a quick look at this. It's the name of those children's books, the ones we all grew up with. Don't think too hard about it, just which one immediately feels right to you?
I'm going to guess that for a lot of you, it's Berenstein with an E. You can just see it in your mind's eye, can't you? The book cover, the font, the whole thing. But then there's that other version, the one with an A.
And here's the thing that's going to bake your noodle. According to, well, reality, every book ever printed, every piece of official merchandise, it's always been Berenstein with an A. If your brain is doing a little flip-flop right now, then congratulations. You've just stumbled into the Mandela Effect.
So, what is this thing? It actually gets its name from one of the biggest examples of it. Thousands, and I mean thousands, of people share a crystal-clear memory of Nelson Mandela dying in prison back in the 80s. They remember the news reports, the funeral on TV, everything. But of course, that didn't happen. He was released, became a president, and passed away in 2013.
And trust me, it's not just a one-off thing. Look at this list. How many of these get you? The Monopoly man, he had a monocle, right? Darth Vader definitely said, "Luke, I am your father." And come on, that Fruit of the Loom logo had that horn-shaped basket thing, the cornucopia. For so many of us, the answer feels like a definite yes, even when the real world says no.
And this is where it starts to get really wild. Because when that many people share the exact same wrong memory, you have to wonder, maybe we're not the ones who are wrong. Maybe reality itself is what changed, and we're just remembering the way things used to be.
So if our timeline did get a rewrite, what could possibly be powerful enough to do it? Well, this question has led a massive online community to point the finger at one very specific, very high-tech culprit, a place where scientists are pushing the very laws of physics to their absolute breaking point.
Let's talk about CERN, specifically the Large Hadron Collider, or LHC. This thing is an absolute monster. It's the biggest and most powerful particle accelerator on the entire planet. And its whole job is to smash the tiniest pieces of the universe together at nearly the speed of light, just to see what happens. They're essentially trying to recreate the Big Bang in miniature.
And the scale we're talking about here is it's almost impossible to wrap your head around. Inside that machine, they are creating 40 million proton collisions, not a day, not an hour, every single second. That is a truly staggering amount of energy being unleashed.
So here's the theory, the big what if. What if, in that insane chaos of smashing particles, some fundamental piece of quantum information accidentally gets, well, erased? The thing is, the laws of physics say information can't just be destroyed. So the universe has to patch the bug. And the proposed solution? It supposedly merges our reality with the next closest one. A parallel timeline that's almost identical, except for a few tiny little changes.
I think this quote from a Reddit user really sums up the feeling behind the theory. CERN is breaking particles that are close to us, causing quantum fields close to us to shift. The idea is that this isn't some far-off experiment happening in a vacuum. It's happening here. And maybe, just maybe, we're all feeling the tiny ripples, the cosmic typos.
Now that is a fascinating, almost sci-fi movie explanation. But there is another possibility, a much less dramatic one. What if the bug we're all looking for isn't in the hardware of the universe, but in the software running in our own heads?
Psychologists have a word for this. It's called confabulation, and it's something our brains do automatically, all the time. When there's a gap in your memory, your brain doesn't like leaving a blank space, so it just fills it in with what seems most plausible. It's not you lying, it's just your brain's version of autocorrect, trying to build a complete story.
And this really gets to the heart of the psychological explanation. See, we like to think our memories work like video recorders, right? A perfect playback of what happened. But they don't. As Dr. Bonner Jackson from the Cleveland Clinic puts it, memory is reconstructive. Every time you pull up a memory, you're not playing a file. You are rebuilding it from scratch. And sometimes you rebuild it a little differently.
So how does this happen? Well, our brains use mental shortcuts. We have a schema, or a template, for things. We expect a rich, old-timey cartoon character to have a monocle, so our brain just kind of pencils one in for the Monopoly man.
We get confused about where we heard something. Was it in the original movie or was it a parody? And then, of course, you have the internet, which is basically a giant echo chamber that can take one person's tiny mistake and turn it into a worldwide fact.
This is the perfect example right here. Luke, I am your father. It's one of the most famous lines in movie history. It's on t-shirts, it's in commercials, it's everywhere. Except, he never says it. The actual line is, no, I am your father. It's a direct reply to Luke. But the misquote just sounds more dramatic, so that's the version that went viral in our collective minds.
So what does all this mean? We've got two completely different explanations for the exact same strange feeling. One involves particle accelerators ripping holes in spacetime. The other is just about the quirky way our brains are wired. When you zoom out, the CERN theory starts to look less like a physics problem and more like, well, a story, a piece of modern folklore. These are the kinds of stories we tell ourselves to make sense of things we don't understand. It's a way of taking an internal, human experience, the unnerving fact that our own minds can be unreliable, and blaming it on something huge and external.
So here they are, side by side, the two main theories. On one hand, you've got the cosmic shift. CERN is tweaking our reality, and we're just noticing the patch notes. On the other hand, you have the cognitive glitch. Our memories are just a bit buggy, and we all end up sharing the same bugs thanks to culture and the internet. A glitch in the universe, or a glitch in us?
And really, that's the final question, isn't it? When your own certain memory clashes head-on with the hard facts of the world, what's easier to believe? That a multi-billion-dollar machine has shifted the entire timeline for everyone on Earth, or that you just misremembered something? What's easier to question, the universe or yourself?